People who work at Fox News are known for their heated arguments, strong views, and moments that make the news. But who do they go home to when the filming is over? You won't believe who these news anchors and experts really share their lives with, from secret power couples to flashy flings that were never shown on TV. Some say that one star is dating a billionaire's heir in secret, and about another star's love life, there were rumors of a secret affair in the press. Who is dating whom? And what are these Fox News partners keeping from each other? Let's find out. Jeanine Pirro and Albert Pirro should be judged. Let's start with Jeanine Pirro, who fans and watchers often call Judge Jeanine. She was the host of Fox News' Justice with Judge Jeanine for more than 10 years before becoming a co-host of The Five. It was well known that she said hurtful things, strongly backed Donald Trump, and always went up against the FBI and the Department of Justice. She even said things that were used in a defamation claim against Dominion voting systems, which cost Fox News almost $800 million. Jeanine is also famous for being married. She has been married to Albert J. Pirro Jr. for a long time. In the 1970s, they met for the first time while they were both law students at Albany Law School. Then in 1975, they got married and quickly became one of the most famous power couples in New York. Albert was a famous real estate lawyer and lobbyist, who got involved in politics and raised money for Republican causes and clients like Donald Trump. Jeanine was the Westchester County District Attorney. They had 2 children together, but they are known for living a fancy life, and are sometimes attacked for it because they often went to political fundraisers and other social events. But this quickly turned into a problem for them. Albert Pirro was charged with 34 counts in 1999, including conspiracy and evasion for taking out about $1.2 million in personal costs and filing false tax returns. He was found guilty in June 2000 and given a 29-month prison term. However, he was released after 11 months for good behavior. Trump let him go before he left office in 2021. They didn't have a big fight in their marriage again until Jeanine was caught in the famous love bug story in 2006. It seems that she worked with Bernard Kerik, the former police commissioner of New York City, to put a bug on Albert's boat because she thought he was cheating on her. Even though she wasn't charged, it left a big mark on their lives. They were married for 32 years before this scandal, but they didn't officially get a divorce until 2013. After a long time together, they had to end their marriage. Sean Hannity and Anne-Lee Hehart, on the other hand, are just starting their own relationship. For as long as Fox News has been around, Sean Hannity has been a mainstay. He started out airing Hannity and columns with Alan Colm. Then in 2009, he started hosting his own prime-time show called Hannity. It was one of the most popular TV news shows of its time. Every night his show had long speeches and political and legal analysis that shaped conservative stories. Hannity is also the host of the radio show The Sean Hannity Show. It is well known that he strongly backs Donald Trump and often spreads false information about him, such as birther claims and claims that the government is working against him. Many people have said bad things about him over the years because of these things. But Sean is also famous for his relationship with Ainsley Hart. Around 2019 they started dating in secret. But when they showed up by helicopter at a Fox wedding at Trump National Golf Course in New Jersey, they shocked everyone with a big public show. During the pandemic, Ainsley also spoke on Fox and Friends from Sean's house. Finally, in 2020, the world learned about their relationship. However, both of them asked for privacy so that they could have a private relationship. Sean asked Ainsley to marry him at their home church in Florida on Christmas Day 2024. They told everyone they were engaged and their children and spouses were there to back them. They are now dating long distance with Sean living in Florida and Ainsley in New York City. Most of the time they get together on weekends. The couple hasn't been in any big incidents, but Sean has been in some Fox News-related trouble. He spoke out in support of Michael Cohen on radio in 2018, but he didn't say that Cohen was his lawyer. This was unethical and caused a scandal. He was also named in the case against Dominion voting systems for libel. Are you interested in Ainsley? She was married to former Clemson quarterback Will Proctor until 2019 when they got a divorce because of cheating claims. They will continue to raise their daughter together while she is happy with her relationship with Sean. But the next Fox News star's partner will surprise you. Kimberly Guilfoyle and Donald Trump Jr. From 2006 to the middle of 2018, Kimberly Guilfoyle was a law analyst and co-host of The Five. She was known for being sure of herself and having a background in law, which made her a right voice on Fox News along with Dana Perino and Andrea Tantaros. But she quit Fox News in the end because she was accused of sexual abuse. In 2018, she paid a former assistant $4 million to settle sexual harassment claims. The assistant said that she was sexually harassed by her boss and that he made unwanted visits to her apartment, made sexual comments, and forced her to do sexual acts. Now Kimberly is a part of super PACs that support Trump. That brings us to her partner Donald Trump Jr., who is the son of the president. It was in 2007 that Kimberly and Don Jr. met through friends in New York. Their kids even went to the same private school. They did like each other, but they didn't date until years later. In 2018, not long after Don Jr. broke up with Vanessa Trump and Kimberly quit Fox News, they started dating seriously. They told everyone on Instagram that they were dating, and they were seen campaigning during the 2018 midterms and the 2020 election. They got proposed on New Year's Eve 2020, but they didn't tell anyone until 2022. Also, it came out that they sold their Hamptons home and now live in a $9.7 million house in Jupiter, Florida. Kimberly often talks about how they work together by saying that she makes coffee, cooks, does cleaning, and takes care of their blended family of kids. In late 2024, there were reports that they had broken up and stopped being engaged, but neither of them said it. Fans are now waiting to see if they're going to get married soon, or if they've broken up for good. But like some of these Fox News stars, our next pair has stayed together. It's likely because her partner stays out of the spotlight. Tony Berlin and Harris Faulkner. When Harris Faulkner joined Fox News in 2005, he became the host of several shows, such as Fox Report Weekend, Outnumbered, Overtime, and The Faulkner Focus. She was the only black woman to host 2 television shows in a row. She has won 6 Emmys, and is also the host of America's Most Wanted Missing Persons this year. Harris has done well with Fox News, and her family life also seems to be going well. As an evening host at ABC station KSTP in 2001, she met Tony Berlin. At the time, he was an investigative reporter at CBS station WCCO. At first, they were just friends. Then, they started dating, and in 2002, Tony asked her to marry him on the shores of Lake Superior. In Arizona, on April 12, 2003, they got married in a small wedding. Tony used to work as a journalist, but now works in public relations. He started Berlin Media Relations in 2011, and is the CEO and media guide to clients in many fields. They live in New Jersey, and have 2 girls, Bella and Danica. Their family is one of a kind, because they are of mixed race and faith, combining Christian and Jewish customs. Harris has been in a number of scandals and issues over the years, but most of them have to do with Fox News, and not her family. Her husband Tony has always kept a low profile, focusing on his family and the PR business to help his wife with her work. In 2015, she sued Hasbro over a hamster toy called Harris Faulkner from the company's Littlest Pet Shop line. The toy had to be taken off the market because of the lawsuit. She broke up with N by 2020. Gingrich, who was a guest on her show, and had to say sorry live on air. In 2023, she openly said she was sorry for showing the police body cam video of Paul Pelosi's attack without telling anyone first. None of these problems have had a bad effect on her work. There are a lot of Fox News stars who are still married to people they met recently, or they were married for a long time before splitting up or getting divorced. But our next Fox News star has been in a relationship since high school and is known for it. There is Tucker Carlson and Susan Andrews. Tucker Carlson led Tucker Carlson Tonight from 2016 until April 2023. He worked at Fox News for almost 20 years. The most popular show on the network during prime time was his. It was known for its controversial monologues, attacks on liberal and traditional conservative leaders, and support for Donald Trump's populist agenda. Tucker also helped to start the Daily Caller. After leaving Fox, he worked on shows for X and his own online show Tucker. Tucker met Susan Andrews, who is now his wife, when they were both 15 years old and went to St. George's School in Rhode Island. He once told her she was the cutest 10th grader in the country. During college, they dated each other while living far apart, and 6 months before Tucker finished, they got engaged. In the 30 years since they got married in 1991, they have raised their 4 kids together, Lily Buckley, Popey, and Dorothy. Susan has been spending time with her family, so she quit her job. She doesn't get much attention, because she wants to protect her family's privacy and safety. There hasn't been any trouble between the two before, but Tucker has had problems at work. Tucker was fired from Fox News because of the Dominion voting defamation settlement, which was one of his biggest crimes. A month after that, off-air video of him calling women and political opponents slurs and being rude was shared. Also in the 1990s, a woman who couldn't be confirmed said Tucker attacked her, but she later changed her story. Tucker refuted it, and nothing was done in court. The thing that upset Susan the most was when her father was probed because he didn't report sexual abuse at St. George's School. The next Fox News star and his partner are better known for helping others than for any problems they've been in. Amy and Bret Baier. Since 2009, Bret Baier has been the host of Special Report with Bret Baier. He took over from Brit Hume and had previously worked as a reporter for the Pentagon and the White House. During the week, his show is all news, with interviews, political analysis, and politics. It's different from other Fox News shows that are more about personal ideas. Bret's show had an average of 3.5 million watchers in early 2025. He has talked to world leaders like Zelensky and Mohammed bin Salman. Besides his well-known job, he doesn't have a very public personal life, though it has been sad at times. In October 2002, he met his wife Amy Baier at a Rolling Stones show on a blind date set up by friends they both had. He lived in Washington, D.C., and she lived in Chicago, but they were living apart. Bret had to move for work in Afghanistan and Iraq, so they had a long-distance relationship. They promised to marry in 2003, and in 2004 they did so in Chicago. They have 2 boys right now, named Paul and Daniel. Paul, their oldest boy, was born with multiple heart attacks before he was even born. This has made things hard for the family. He had a number of surgeries, including one that had to be done right away in 2024, because a tumor was threatening his life. Bret became even more dedicated to his family and his charitable work after this event. Amy used to work as a fashion and media planner, but now she is on the board of the Children's National Hospital Foundation and actively fights for children's health care. Bret is focused on his work and public image, so the couple has stayed out of any trouble. Amy, on the other hand, helps her husband behind the scenes and does volunteer work. They also care for their family, especially their oldest son, Dana Perino, and Peter McMahon. When President Bush was in office, Dana Perino was the White House press secretary. In 2009, she became a political reporter on Fox News. He has co-hosted The Five and been the host of the Daily Briefing in America's newsroom since then. Many people know her for how calm and sophisticated she is when she speaks. It is well known that she was with Peter McMahon, who was from Britain. They met on a trip from Denver to Chicago in 1997, where they were sitting next to each other. In an interview, she talked about how attracted she was to his accent and friendly personality. She asked herself, he's not wearing a wedding ring, and he has a British accent. At the time, Peter was 43 years old, and Dana was 25 and just starting out in politics. They started dating while living far apart and got married the next year. As her job changed, they moved around together until she started working at Fox News. Peter then became a citizen of the United States and backed her efforts by helping her put together briefings and giving her stability while she worked on her character. The couple has moved to New Jersey and loves each other. Dana said that moving for love was the best thing she had ever done. Since Dana and Peter keep their private life out of the public eye, they haven't been involved in any big scandals, but Dana has been in some trouble in the past. For example, in 2015, she and her co-host Kimberly Guilfoyle spread false claims that climate experts had lied about temperature data, which led to a scandal. It was also said that she was leaving The Five because of a disagreement with Sean Hannity, but this turned out to be wrong. What's next? This Fox News star has been in a few scandals, but none of them have been with her husband. The first job Megyn Kelly had at Fox News was as a legal analyst on a special show with Brit Hume. She quickly moved up the ranks, and now has segments on The O'Reilly Factor and Weekend Live. She started America Live in 2010. In 2013, there was The Kelly File, an hour of live news coverage and investigations that aired during prime time. In 2006, she married Doug Brunt, a former CEO and best-selling author. after going on a blind date set up by friends they both had. The two of them got along, and within 14 months he proposed. In 2008, they got married in New York. They have 3 kids together, Edward, Yardley and that Thatcher. All 3 were created through IVF. In an interview, Meghan joked that she thought Doug might be a serial killer because he seemed too good to be true. Later she realized that she was right for her. Doug is always there for Meghan in the background. He has also written a biography of Rudolph Diesel and runs a Sirius XM podcast. They have good communication and keep things balanced in their relationship. They live in Connecticut with their kids. Meghan and Doug haven't been in any public scandals because she's still in the press and Doug is still working and supporting her. Even so, Meghan has caused a lot of trouble in the past. She got a lot of flack in 2013 when she said that Santa and Jesus were white. Then in 2017, she said that dressing up in blackface for Halloween as a child was okay, which caused a lot of anger and got her show cancelled. What she did at NBC made her leave the company. People were very angry when she did an interview with Alex Jones the same year, especially when they talked about the Sandy Hook tragedy. Meghan is now under fire for saying bad things about Jennifer Lopez and calling her a soft porn star. There is Greg Gutfeld and Elena Musa. Greg Gutfeld is one of the most important people on Fox News during prime time. Gutfeld is a political comedy talk show that he hosts every night. It started in 2021 and is now the most popular late-night show in the U.S. Besides that, he co-hosts The Five with other Fox News stars. Before that, he was the host of the cult favorite show The Red Eye, where he made fun of people and said mean things about them. He has always been known for making political and comedic points at the same time. He is also famous for being married to the same woman for over 20 years. Greg met Elena Musa for the first time while on a business trip to Portugal in 2004. He said he knew she was the one, even though it took him 3 days to start talking to her. Elena was born in Russia and worked as a photo director for Maxim Russia before moving to the US to study fashion styling and design, and earning her degree in 2017. They got married 5 months after meeting in December 2004. For almost 20 years, they have kept their marriage quiet. After 20 years of marriage, they had their first child, a girl named Mira. Greg was 60 years old at the time. They also have a new bulldog named Gus that they got in 2022 and has been in a few movies. They moved into a $10.5 million Soho loft in 2024 to make room for their growing family. Greg is known for making waves with his controversial comments, but he hasn't had any problems with his wife. In 2025, he said that Republicans should take back the word Nazi. It got a lot of criticism, even though it was just a joke. And in 2023, he got a lot of flack for playing down the Holocaust, especially when he said that people who lived in concentration camps had survived by being useful. In the beginning of his work, he made some mean jokes about Canada's military. These were said right after Canadian soldiers died in Afghanistan. The celebrities on Fox News and their partners get a lot of attention. Which of these Fox News power couples do you like the most? Fill out the form below to share your ideas. Don't forget to share, like, and follow for more. Also, click on the next video that comes up. It will be fun for you.